Hi, hello everyone. My name is Bruno. I'm just would like to look into the which education certification I need to become a web developer in 2019. Well, it has changed really, and I started like in early 2000 after the high school. So I did some courses. I did the university, which I didn't really complete at the end, unfortunately. That's a shame, but. Ever since then, I actually wanted to go back and see what I can do about it. All through, I had a profession, did my job good, and the money was more than the minimum wage for sure. Right, but these things have changed, and there was some certification before, I remember. I looked it up, and of course I'm very active now, taking courses and seeing what's the best for me and all this. And yeah, that's why let's have a look what's happening in 2019. I'm still doing it. I'm working on my projects. I'm working on my YouTube channel. Right, so the very classic way. Okay, I do apologize for my drawing, my chart, but it's basically going to university. So I know that differs. So between the countries, and I come from Europe. I lived abroad. I lived in UK, in the Republic of Ireland. I'm originally from Latvia, but we now have colleges as well, which we didn't have. We had universities, but that's something new. Well, okay, so the educational system at the moment, so you get after the high school, so you choose to forward yourself further. So you either go to college, you go to university, or any other institution that actually is accredited, and then the first step, of course, is certificate. Okay, so you can earn it in half year, or it can be year or year and a half. It depends on you. Diploma usually takes a year or year and a half to maybe 2.5. Associate's degree is actually 1 full year in university. Basically, that's originally what it is. But it can take longer, and of course, if you don't finish it in one semester, then you go for the next one, and your credit points are just going with you, and they still count for that. Okay, so the bachelor's degree, that actually takes about 4 years. It all depends on what you study. Okay, the law school and the practice there, and of course the medical school, which is very much longer. But the bachelor's degree in IT, computer science, physics and math, I think that's related as well, kind of covers. And of course there's a mathematical thinking in computer science as well. So this is like CS degree. So master's degree is 2 years on the top of it, and of course PhD is going to be another 2 years, and that really depends if you want to go so far. But unfortunately, that's very true for the jobs. Like in the big companies, they're going to look for a bachelor's degree to begin with. But is it really good, or is it like super good, or well, yeah, this is prerequisite. So they receive your CV and there's no bachelor's degree mentioned, that you haven't graduated. There's nothing you can verify that. Then the big companies is just gonna put you on the side and just go for the next person who graduated, and then of course gonna pick out the best from the graduates. Right, so universities itself, I'm gonna have a look at the two of them. University of the People is the new one. There's a bit of hype for that, so it's tuition free, and of course, yeah, well, it's not free at all, so you pay for exams. So you give the papers away. So it's actually in US, so it's accredited. As much as I researched, there's a video on my channel, research. I just want to look at the curriculum and actually find out if it's any good. So Open University UK is a distance learning university. It's in UK. It's a full university. They have various degrees in various disciplines, and I just really want to look into the curriculum, because when I went in university, it was electronic commerce, so it was half and half, business and computer science. I didn't actually get too much out of it, and that's why I wanted to have, in a programming sense, that's why I wanted to have a look at the curriculum. Okay, the first one is University of the People. Okay, so you pay for exams. There's like 10 a year, so every month you pay 100, and then of course you can retake them next year if you don't pass all the exams, and you pay per exam. It's like $100, which is which is the big new thing. And of course there are they work with the big companies as well. That's how they advertise. I checked the background, some of it, and it looked, but we're gonna look at the actually if you need this degree. So it's Bachelor of Science, so Bachelor of Science CS degree, and here we are. So we are on a website. I just want to see the curriculum, because if you want to be a programmer or a software developer, let's see if it's gonna do the thing. So okay, this is the overview. Computer science, your people. Okay, database management, programming languages. Okay, that's really like design, development, testing. That's all theory really, so you need to get your hands in. Okay, so you have Java coming up. Java is here as well. Okay, web applications, web services. Okay, front end, back end, enterprise web development, building mobile applications. Okay, well, that's interesting. I have heard that some of the universities are getting into mobile as well now, which is, I do the Android app development, so it's XML and Java, really. So Java is the thing you need to know, and XML is somebody who can teach himself like in really short time. Right, so this says what you're going to be learning. It's very wise. I wanted to see which programming languages and what can you actually make out of it. So this is a curriculum on University of the People, general education. So you have algebra, statistics, so you have math there, programming 1. Okay, that's not much. Down here, programming 1. Okay, the Eclipse integrated environment. Okay, Eclipse is a really powerful piece of software that can work on various subjects, web, mobile, and of course standalone software. So computer systems, okay, that's not coding. Databases, so you know how the computers are built, how they function, how the internet functions. Okay, well, that's fine. Web programming, okay, well, there's no programming language mentioned here. Web development, process, and security, well, it's all theory, I'm sorry about that. Software engineering 1. Oh, our requirements to the life cycle. Okay, so that's how you build the process. Okay, sweet, but that's data structures. Okay, if you want to be a data scientist, then probably you want to take for it. So you have database here. Web programming 2. Okay, again, unfortunately, okay, so markup languages. Okay, so that's going to be CSS and HTML. That's disappeared. Web services, existing and emerging web development topics to be covered, including web applications. Okay, I don't know how deep they're going to go with this, so I'm sorry about that. Operating systems, comparative programming languages. Okay, well, again, no list of them. Okay, calculus again. So you don't really need to be very good at math, but you need to have mathematical thinking, because it's they have equations, and you have the loops and everything in programming. So well, okay, well, unfortunately I didn't see much of programming or how many products you're gonna make. This is the university, the Open University UK. Okay, this is more expensive, so this is the website. They have the free courses as well. You just need to type in the Open University UK. Unfortunately, there's not much for programmers, but or web developers or Android app developers like I am. I did some German classes there, which was fine, and some of the CS free courses, statement for participation, they give it to you. Well, this is that's not really accredited towards any of the further education, so any credit points you don't get for them, but they have the free courses as well, which is nice. But I don't need a theory. I actually building things, and I'm playing with the code myself already. I'm changing things and I'm implementing things. So let's have a look what they have on the degree. So I browse all these course subjects. Okay, so you have a science. I don't know really how much is that gonna do for the programmers. Mathematical statistics. Okay, computing and IT. So this is the one I selected. So this is also a bachelor's degree. So we're looking at the bachelor's degree and not the associate's degree, because associate's degree is going to be very much less than this even. The honors degree from learning diplomas. Okay, so down here you have lots of IT. I don't know, communications and networking, communications and software. Okay, I went for the software one. I thought it's going to be more interesting for us, because web development programming languages are really like web applications. So, and then again, Android app development like me. These are learning outcomes, so I'm really looking for programming languages, but none of them really come up. Unfortunately, professional skills, congenitive disciplinary degree, you will be able to apply critical values to IT concepts, okay, theory, modern problem solving, okay, IT systems, well, okay, information technology systems are in every company really. Right, sorry, I really don't see much here. I really don't see much here at all. Technical learning and assessment methods. Okay, well, that's really just general knowledge, unfortunately. I do have a big respect for this university, and also in Europe, and especially UK and the Republic of Ireland. Okay, computing IT and software. This was... Okay, well, this is the breakdown, right? And actually, it actually goes like credit points as well. So one credit, so it's like, so stage one, so it's pretty much associate degree, 120. So you have a course for 60, this is actually more. This is a course for 60 credits. Okay, you need to earn them in, well, it can take many years actually when you finish it. But it's the same thing, you actually play for a module. If I remember correctly, then one module is, the 30 is like 1,500 something, and then you need to stage one, so it's like year one, so 120 credits. So if 30 is 1.5, the other 30 is 1.5 as well, and then 60, there's some modules that have to be 60. I don't see them here now, but it's a 60 one is 2,500, so it's 2,500 plus 1,500 plus 1,500 pounds sterling. That's over 5,000 so a year. And that's the minimum that was made available from the government in UK, and that was like 5 years ago. And now every single university for every single discipline or subject they charge minimum 5,500 now. So 4 years, well, you calculate it yourself. So it's going to be over 20 grand, 20,000. So that's what it is. That's how it costs now. So you have all these modules and everything. What did I look into? So you have Java, okay. You have math again. Okay, this is stage 2. Stage 1 is to cover mathematics. Okay, math. Okay, technologies and practice, essential mathematics. Introducing algorithms, managing IT, object-oriented Java. Of course, I saw that. So web technologies is 1. Software engineering. Let's have a look at this. There's a web and cloud. Okay, let's see what they're actually going to tell you, what they're going to teach you. So can you build a portfolio of as many websites or many applications for Android phone? And yeah, that's computing. And of course there's a project at the end of it, but honestly these 3 were the ones to take. So 360 credits, degree, how long does it take, which is very nice. It's a very good, there's very good feedback about the university, but apparently software engineering, okay, this is the subject, entry requirements, paperwork, computing requirements, assessment, again, no programming language, excuse me. Okay, web, mobile and cloud technologies. Web foundations, the cloud, the mobile applications. Okay, really, I don't know what they're going to teach you. The cloud, the web fundamentals. I think it's okay. Amazon Web Services, OpenStack. That is backend. Okay, in order you to, okay, mobile applications. Mobile phones. Okay, so you need to know about phones. Everybody knows about it. Framework technologies, Java, Microsoft. So Microsoft is backend. Okay, Android, and okay, so they're going to touch that as well. So they're going to touch, but that's only one module. So the other modules is going to be in math, so you don't really need them, to be honest. Math was never my favorite subject, neither the physics or chemistry. But again, the web services, HTTP and TCP sockets. Well, honestly, it's just gonna go over every single subject for a tiny bit. And what's the last one? So web technologies. Okay, this is the second web technologies, I think, or was it the first one? Okay, right. So HTML, CSS, and XML. XML, HTML is pretty much the same one. CSS, okay, cascading for sheets. Okay, so SQL, the databases, and PHP. Okay, that's nice. This block covers the web application architecture, including cloud technology, server and client-side components, web browser databases, and programming. Yeah, JavaScript activities. Okay, well, I really don't know how much these activities actually are. This is only one subject, so I picked 3 out of the programming ones, out of the whole list. Okay, this is this one here. So this is really the whole list, and it's not all programming really, and that's the problem that I had. I had the same problem because when I was studying in university, now I'm just taking online courses really. We had Java, but till 3rd year really. Never meant to be go in computer science, but I was for the law school, but I was just 1 point short. Yeah, well, and then I went for IT, CS, and yeah, electronic commerce, and this is the same thing. So you touch Java, okay, this is good. It's one of the most popular programming language there is. Then we touched slightly the databases. Okay, there was not much into the phone technologies at that moment, but unfortunately some of the people already have told me that the university is not going to prepare you for coding or programming career itself. It's lots of effort, and you're probably going to learn on the side. And one of the CS majors just mentioned in one of the other videos saying that, oh, he picked up the mobile app development and it just came in literally like a year ago in university. So software developer degree, I heard about it. There's one university who's actually pulled it off. It's a software engineer actually, but the problem is not every country is comfortable to give the programmers the engineer title, as there's construction engineers and electronics engineers, so this is a bit different. We are programmer. Yeah, but you need a degree if you want to work for one of the big companies, and unfortunately that's how it is. So either lots of experience and good portfolio. These are 2 options, and yeah, university, if you, well, you can get an internship if this is the only big reason really. If you're learning distance learning and you get internship, well, you can finish it and you can probably switch it to the next year if it's too much for you. But you can land a good job in a big company as a student as its home, which there are perks. Right, the coding bootcamps. Okay, so what is that? So coding bootcamps. Okay, there's only one in Republic of Ireland. I checked just now. I wasn't looking in US bootcamps. There's only one, and it works as a university, and apparently a university is backing them up, and you're getting diploma at the end of graduating of it, which is accredited, and you learn some skills of it. So the coding bootcamps itself, okay, so this is just Wikipedia, but it actually just says everything the same thing, right? Really. Online coding bootcamps, right? So tuition. Coding bootcamps can be part-time or online. They can be funded by employers or qualify for student loans. According to the 2017 market research report, tuition ranged from fee to $21,000 for a course with average tuition of $11,000. So it's $11,000. You can go grab an associate's degree if you want it, and probably just get accredited certification. The only good thing about it, what I heard, they go through all 3 steps. So they teach you, you build portfolio, and they tell you how to apply for the jobs, and they prepare for you. So for the interview and for the resume, and they might be even working with some companies locally, and then you might actually just snatch the best performers straight away from the coding bootcamp. Two other things, but actually this one. Okay, this is Accenture. So Accenture is a very massive, big company. Not everybody have heard about it. I heard about it like 4 or 5 years ago when one of my colleagues were working there, and they actually had an office across the street. They do the free coding bootcamps. Okay, I only have found they function the same way. So it's like 12 weeks, so it's 3 months. Some are shorter, some are longer. This website is actually for Accenture in Australia. This one came up. What do I know about this? So they do Java, they do everything. Yeah, they when you want to apply, they ask you if you're a student. So they take you in a bootcamp. If you perform well, they're probably going to take you on. They'll offer you a job, maybe on the ground. So it's free and it's backed up by a big company, which is sweet. And this one is for Republic of Latvia, which I'm from originally, so it's an edge of the Europe, and it's so small and nobody really knows about it, which is fine with me. But Accenture is putting their free training, full paid internship, international career Accenture. So free bootcamps. So Accenture, maybe check it out, see if it's in your areas there. When I type it in here, when I'm in Europe, it doesn't come up. Australian come up. The Latvian comes up, but not the other ones. So the free ones you may get lucky, but otherwise I don't really recommend the bootcamp. I think it's too expensive, and of course the best ones are more expensive. They do have the evening classes and the weekend classes, which, well, it's cheaper. I checked them out. They are in Amsterdam in Europe, but I really don't know how much you're gonna take away from it, and if it's very if the player is going to recognize what the name actually stands for. So I would rather leave the bootcamps on the side for now, and online bootcamp is nothing to do with in-class bootcamps, really. So it's just online learning. Okay, well, the unconventional way. Okay, so I have a Microsoft here, I have Google here. Okay, Microsoft is moving their learning platform away. They had, I think, one free web developers course. Everything else is really with the Microsoft technologies. Okay, forget about Microsoft Office. They do have learning for that as well, and for the teachers, it's probably primary and high school teachers who are actually teaching Microsoft Office. They had okay, so they have the Azure and they have the web technology, so the big databases. Every government institution, same as the private companies, the big ones, they use probably Microsoft or SAP or maybe even Cisco database system. So that's what Microsoft is doing well. But they used to have one course, but check out the website if you like. But honestly, there's not much for me as a web developer or Android app developer. Google. Okay, so the Googles actually have 2 free courses, which is not really programming, but I discussed it in another of my videos, so check out my YouTube channel for that. Google have 2 free courses. One is online marketing management, and the other one is search engine optimization, so to get your website on one of the first lines on a Google, right? But I'll leave it out as well. The only valuable thing for me there is the Android app development certificate, which they approve, and Google owns it, which is nice. About the learning platform they choose is Udacity. They made a course, but they don't teach it there, so not even on their own learning platforms. They have 2, and they're different, the ones I mentioned before. Adobe. Okay, so Adobe is, I'm a really big fan of the Adobe software. So if you're working professionally, then I'm sure the video editing is going to be done on Premiere Pro, the photo editing is going to be done on Photoshop, and then After Effects, or what's the other one, I can't remember, something like graphics is going to be done in Adobe as well. And I do use the Dreamweaver as well. The only tick I give them, if we're going to go here, so the only thing they really have is, and not they have this, Adobe Education Exchange. So since I'm using so much software of the Adobe, I I used to have a look at videos on a YouTube to actually like find out how to do one or the other trick with a picture or a video. But down here, and oh yeah, so this YouTube is one thing, and sometimes the video are a bit older, but then you go to Adobe site and then you actually have some free tutorials, which is like beginner ones. But now what they've done it, they actually put it all in one website. So if you have the Adobe software, you can actually log in here. I don't think you're going to have any certification, but honestly, if you're such a heavy user of the Adobe like I am, I think it's brilliant, and that's why I put it down here. Okay, so I'm not gonna look at the CIW certification. CIW certification was a big thing. It was a big thing in 2000s. 2000 till 2010. Then they kind of disappeared, and now it's coming back. But I don't think this year again lots of YouTubers or any other software engineers really speaking about it. W3 schools. Okay, W3 schools, as we all know, it's just a masterpiece of Tim Berners-Lee, the founder of the internet. It is a consortium, so basically they put out all the standards for HTML, CSS. Now they're doing JavaScript. I think Java as well now. It's just like coordinating the new improvements of the programming in between the browsers, the big companies that produce browsers, and actually setting the standards for programming for World Wide Web. So they have this website, they have a certification. Okay, it doesn't cost much really. So HTML certificate is 95. So it's a free learning as well, but it's like slides. Really, just read through and just see some code with some slide practice things. Certification I haven't done, so it's $95 each. JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, so they've gone back. Bootstrap, okay, so HTML, really, and unfortunately I have heard one of the other persons already saying, so if somebody's going to see the W3 schools on your resume, they're probably going to take the next person, even if you have more courses completed than the other person that you're actually trying to compete with for the jobs. So what else is there left really? That wasn't much really. That's like a fan club thing. Okay, this is free ones. These 3 ones I use always. They are free. All 3 of them are free. Of course, you can pay for extras, not with free Codecamp, but you can donate there. But if you're just starting out and just want some certificates, of course there's another learning platforms that are free, but they don't issue any acknowledgement that you actually completed something. So these 3 ones, starting with Allison. Okay, Allison is a free learning platform. It has all kind of stuff. So HTML, it has CSS, it has Java. I think there's there is a chapter for the well, a course, sorry. There should be a course about the game development, online development, or one of the other ones, so these courses should come up. If my internet is going to be a bit faster than this, to be honest. Sorry, I'm the other part of the apartment at the moment. Right, so this is HTML, JavaScript, diploma in web design. So these are all free, okay. The tutors don't get paid for it, but there's lots of universities who actually submit these courses, and then they come out pretty good quality. There's some of the older ones, so you have JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, so you have new technologies as well coming up. And you get a certificate for that. You need to pay for that, unfortunately, but there's a learner's record, so you can at least all the courses you have finished, and that's for free, so it's in your account, so you can go ahead and do it. If you want to buy a diploma, they have certificate diploma. Unfortunately, none of them are accredited, so and the Allison haven't seeked the accreditation for any of the courses, unfortunately, but some of them are good quality. You can buy a diploma if you want to. The learner's record is going to list all the courses you finished. That's for free, and it's going to take you a while, so you just go with these. And it has code alongs, it has you can build along, and you can actually learn some theory and everything. Free Code Camp is the other one. This is a free one as well. It gives you a certification, and it has a big community, so lots of people actually like it, they write about it, so you have all these big news agencies writing about it. Good feedback. The good thing, this is my curriculum. I haven't got till the end, I'm busy with all the other projects, so but this is how it starts. So you have all the list of them, so it's like a coding challenge, so you get a challenge. This is just a basic one. I have a video about it, so where to study only for free, so just probably just type in, so you just need to do some basic challenges here, and then you just click hit submit and you get to the next level. Okay, this is just the first one really. So you read the theory, then it explains it to you, and then it tells you what to do, and then you can advance to the next level. So I'm just going to go back to curriculum, and this is basically really web development, and it's really nice for me. So same as Allison, it covers the web development. Okay, so this is how you move on. So HTML, CSS, then you have CSS grids. Okay, this is really you basically start creating stuff. JavaScript, front-end libraries. Okay, this is the additional ones, the libraries and grids and everything. Data visualization, and this is a backend as well. You have a project that you need to complete. They are here. So it's basically requirements of your project. It shows you how it looks as well. Sorry, how it should look ideally, because this is all the requirements. So you build the projects, and this is a code pen. This is a basic tribute page, so you need to just create it yourself. You can actually see the source code, to be honest. Change view and you see the source code, but the thing is they want you to do it yourself. So that's why you can see the layout, what you need to do, and this is a challenge for you, and you need to submit them, and then you get certified with them, which is fine. But the layouts, if you like me and you don't get everything on the first time, then just do a couple more courses in Allison or Udemy. Udemy gives the certificates as well, so it has okay, build website. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna misspell these things, Jesus Christ. Okay, so now when you get some places to learn, and of course there's a free courses on internet as well that doesn't really give you any certification. This does give, but as I mentioned, the papers, even the university papers, as you say, you are a programmer of one or the other language and you're good at it, it really comes down to what you can do with it. Okay, build website. Okay. The thing with the build website is really actually really nice. So the courses start like €10 each. You can pay for them. Then they go to the main price back. But then, okay, this is $11.99, 2 days. Then they go back to the price of 100 probably, and then every week you get like 2 promotions. So if you're patient enough for 2 days, then you can buy another 3 courses and just go with them. So, and this is actually really good because it says build the website from scratch with HTML. So basically you're going to be building websites. You can actually create a portfolio. You can just type in portfolio website, build your own, and it's going to build websites. And it actually, when you click on a video, it's going to show you exactly how the website is going to look. And if you just want to go for free courses, then yeah, build a website. There's like 500 free courses. And okay, well, skip the WordPress because that's not going to teach you too much really, unless you actually are thinking about do the freelance, because they all use WordPress, unfortunately. Well, most of them, and well, these are free courses, so but there you go. But then you're still gonna learn building a website. They're here if you like just fundamentals. This is WordPress. Okay, we'll skip that. Learn how to build a website using the site factory, build responsive on modern flat design. Coding your first website. So basically, it's gonna Okay, so this is all free. You can go for them. You get a certificate for that, which is not accredited, unfortunately, again. So you click on a video, it's going to show you how the website is going to look at the end of it, which project you're going to be working on. Then all the breakdown is here. It's all super free and everything. So, okay, starting with HTML, starting with CSS, requirements, and it's very basic, this one here, unfortunately, it's on the first website. I think, unfortunately, these days, I think this is the best thing to do to begin with, and actually that's the one I followed. I got some free certification for whatever I could, but I think the Allison Free Code Camp, Udemy, something to start with. Of course, you can grab the other ones as well if you want it. Maybe just even go for the associate degree, but they're not going to teach you that much. That's the problem. They don't teach you that much, to be honest. And the coding bootcamps are too expensive sometimes. Okay, the tutor is going to give you solutions and is going to tell you. They probably hopefully work with the companies that can actually hire you, but this is the unconventional way. This is the best way, and the one. I have 2 websites, I have 2 YouTube channels, different reasons, and I'm working on my portfolio. So basically this is the study, earn certification, learn skills. That's common sense, right? Create portfolio, showcase your skills. Basically you're creating portfolio, so don't use templates, do the code alongs. Okay, the other word is monkey see, monkey do, but you create a website. So if you build it, you know where the code stands, and you know how to make the changes, then go for it. I used to use some templates at the beginning, and that's how I created my first websites. I just made them the way I want it, but now I'm creating from zero and apply for the jobs. Okay, well, I used to live in London, and I haven't updated my CV for a while now, but I kept my studies. I'm working on cruise ships now, so I'm all around the world. But I still get offers. So whatever web technologies I knew, whatever coding languages I was starting to be comfortable with, I actually put them all in. So, and I was getting offers. So I had one website, I left it, unfortunately, and then I built the other one, which was a bit more effort and wall to wall. And then I realized my website hosting company was giving me statistics, and lots of people were going on the website and looking at my website and the content I created. Then Google started to advertise it, so sweet. So it's a blog that has advertising on it. And then YouTube, I can express myself on probably on a subject like this. So I have a few things on my CV already, not too many, and I can already put them on my CV and actually apply for the job. So you can actually do 3 things straight away: study, create portfolio, and apply for the jobs. And I think for the web development, even for the Android app development, okay, so I'm gonna have to make a decent one. The one that I have now, that I don't really like it, but I need to upload it in the Android store, and then I can Google Play Store, sorry, and then probably showcase it on my CV as well. Now I'm going to put my YouTube channel, I'm going to put my list. So yeah, what can paper actually show you? I really don't know, to prospective employer. If you have a great portfolio, wow, well, that's something else. So you can actually create something. Applying for the jobs, I don't think you need to wait. I heard lots of people from universities, they didn't know much. They actually learned. They became self-taught developers. So they were taking extra courses in Udemy, actually with a degree. So lots of people would say that, and I actually personally know a few. And because they didn't come out of university from CS degree as a programmers. Creating portfolio, lots of people actually give up, and that's my problem. I lost one website that I gave up, and that's horrible. I actually started to do online retail, and I had a good few accounts and everything, and now I see, I think that the same supplier from Asia who was giving all the stuff is taking over the account after leaving you 2 years. So I think you just need to go with these, have a checklist, just tick off one part of your Udemy course every day, one part of Allison course, one chapter of Free Code Camp, and work on your projects and evenings, and every week update them. So you have updates every week, every month, especially for the for the blogs. So you keep on writing and you keep posting, you do some research, or you post a video on YouTube every week once, and the next week you do article. Okay guys, well this is yeah, study, create portfolio, apply for the jobs. I think we all can do it, and I'm getting offers already since a long time. Unfortunately, I'm not going back to UK, so I need to start from scratch at the beginning, but I researched the online job search engines. I put them all in there, and I'm getting already one or the other email was asking me for the interview or actually coming down. It was way much better when I was in UK, because in London, because the city was bigger and there was a bigger demand, and these agents, they don't really leave me alone at the moment. I try not to reply, but researching in other countries in Europe is a bit different. It's not like US, when you actually select the state and then you decide you want to move or not. In EU is a bit different, but yeah, this is the way to go. I hope it's gonna work out for you. I'm working down this way as well, and I'm gonna publish another video about my portfolio and another of my experience. I hope it's gonna I hope you enjoyed the video, and well, thank you for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Thank you.